absolutely killed it. Oh no, yeah, Mallory, you killed it. You killed it too. With that said, though, since we're all here as a house, I do obviously want to address kind of the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that I'm gonna have to put up a fourth person. I'm gonna have to name a fourth nominee. And I figure since we're all here, we can kind of talk about that a little bit. Like, one of the things that I really wanted to do when I came into the house was play an open and honest game to the best of my ability. A game that, when it's all said and done, that I will be proud of. But like, honestly, like, probably even more important to me than a game that I'd be proud of would be a game that my family and my friends outside would be proud of. Where they're, you know, they're proud to know me. They're not embarrassed to know me by how I'm acting in the house. And I've tried to do that so far. And when I won HOH, I quickly realized, like, oh, it's a gift and a curse. It's obviously a gift in the sense where, like, I have safety, so that's great. But it's a curse because I have to nominate 3 or 4 people that I like, you know, and put them up on the block for eviction. So that was very difficult, and it was something that I took very seriously, something I'm taking very seriously now. I want to say, like, to the 3 nominees, I think you guys have, I'm beyond impressed by how well you guys have handled this whole thing. I just appreciate how understanding you guys have been. Like I said, I've been trying to be as open and honest as possible. I had conversations with each of the nominees privately. I told them ahead of time that I was considering nominating them. I gave them the reasons for doing so. So none of the nominees were surprised when they saw their faces on the memory wall. You know, and so one thing though that a lot of people don't know about that I wanna mention is that shortly before the nomination ceremony, I had a conversation with Jason, and I want to give you props because I know that Jason was freaked out about being put up on the block. And while I was thinking about what I wanted to do, I thought it was important for us to have a conversation. And I offered him a deal. I said, hey Jason, if I don't put you up on the block and you happen to get picked and play in the veto comp and you win, will you allow me to decide what to do with that veto? And he goes, dude, absolutely. And I said, all right, man, well, let's make a deal. We shook hands. He said, thank you so much. I was 1,000% sure I was going up on the block. I felt sick all day about this. You have my word. We shake hands. And it made me feel good because obviously, as everybody knows, last week, like, the house kind of blew up. The nomination ceremony was intense. You know, everyone's kind of going at each other's necks. Devins and Rome are going back and forth. Jason, you, Mama Ange, you guys start going back and forth. It was Haley entered the chat at one point. Like, it was intense. And then at one point in time, my name got thrown out, right, in front of the house. And obviously that didn't feel good. But you handled it like a man. He came up face to face. He apologized to me. You made amends with Angela. You've made amends with Haley. And so honestly, dude, like, I respect that. And then when you came up and we made that deal up in the HOH room, I respect that. So, you know, thank you. Like, thank you, Jason, for turning the game around and your gameplay. But there is something that I do want to address with everybody here. After you and I made that agreement, right, and we had a conversation outside, and you said, hey, if you won the veto, you would use it however I saw fit. After the veto competition, several people started to come up to me saying that you had made a deal with all 3 of the nominees, that if they picked you to play in the competition, you would use the veto on them to take them down, right? That was kind of the first thing that I had heard. Then I started to hear that you're going to different people in the house, different groups of people in the house. And people talk in the Big Brother house, so of course, you know, word gets back to me. You're telling one group of people, keep me here, and if you do, I'm gonna go after Kamu, Chuck, and Haley. And I'll take that shot that nobody else may be willing to take. You go to another group of people and you're saying, hey, if you keep me here, I'll be your shield and I'll take the shot at the icons. I'll take out Devins. I'll take out Dee. I'll take out Mama Ange, right? Then I hear from a different group of people that you're telling Drew and you're telling Barrett, you guys are at the bottom of the house. You're expendable to them. The house is gonna look to target you next. All these things are coming back to me. When I thought that we were cool, and then I hear that you're throwing out my name, especially when I'm HOH, I don't think that's the smartest thing if I have the ability to put you up as a replacement nom. But my question to you is, if you were to win the power veto yesterday, would you have held your end of our deal, or would you have used it on Lala like you told her she would, or that you told her you would?
I didn't know what he was going to do with it. Yeah, I never promised.
If anybody was gonna win it, because he never made a promise to me. So I don't know who he made a promise to. But you know, listen, I'll tell you straight up the box. But it would be my hope that he would be able to win the veto. But he never made a promise to me to use the veto on me. So that was not a promise that he made to me.
And I talked to Haley, and I talked to Angela, and I said if I did win the veto, I would do whatever Kamu wanted, because that's what I told you I would do. That's what I told you over here. I told you that in HOH room. I told you that before the comp. Even playing the game when, you know, I went up against you, I thought that was like very great of you to like step up to the plate too, start into against the girls and like
totally
handle it together.
That was why I did it.
So like also this is Big Brother, right? So like for my game, I have to look at what's best for me. Would it be best for me to go against the people in power as a group? I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, I'm at the bottom. You told me too in the HOH room that the house said that Lala and I are the biggest threats of the house.
Not the biggest threats. I never said the biggest threats. I said when I had a conversation with everybody in the house,
our names
the names that came up the most, that seemed to be ruffling feathers, that seemed to be kind of...
I was ruffling feathers?
Well, I think that is pretty fair after the nomination ceremony.
But after the nomination ceremony, 5 seconds later, me and Angela handled it, hugged it out, apologized. I came to Chuck, I came to Haley, I came to you.
Yeah, no, I understand. All
I just want to say, all I'm saying is, y'all had a conversation with Kamu and said that I'm the one who should go on the block. Y'all, according to Kamu, said that she should go up on the block. So this is a whole group thing that you're saying. They said that we are the targets. So there, of course, I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna get renommed. That's a very natural feeling for me to have, is it not? When everyone apparently is saying I'm the big threat because I won one blockbuster. I've never won power twice. I've never won HOH.
Like, I never won anything. I couldn't even hit a ball. How am I the biggest threat?
Because we were friends with we were friends with Rome, and we had connected. That's what Angela said. You said that it was very obvious because we'd work out together that it looked like we were an item. So y'all got Rome out. Congratulations. Now my game's open because I don't have Rome anymore. Yes, I was talking to Angela yesterday. I was like, how do I play this game without looking like I'm strategizing with people? And how do I look like how do I do this game without like looking like I have friends here, dude. Like I love Lala as a person. You know, without Rome, that was the glue to our alliance. Very open about this to everybody, dude. And she was telling me yesterday, you get to be friends with people, you get to have connections and relationships. So yeah, I have a relationship with Lala, but does that mean I'm still working with her in this game? Game and relationship, those are two separate things in this game, right? I think we can all understand that. We all been relationshiping with each other, and y'all be gaming with each other too. You can't lie about that. That's what this game is. So you can't sit here and make me a giant target in front of everyone and try to call out my game. I'm not done yet. And, you know, I get to, yes, play my game. And my game maybe was to lie to these 3 nominees to their face so I can switch up my game and work with you guys. Haley, to work with you. I've been working with you. And everything I've said to you is back right now on the table for everyone to hear every time. Every time when I fought with you, it was on the table after I talked to you. Haley, I've trusted you in this game. I've trusted you in this game. Listen to me. I've trusted you. I've given you everything. All the information. Whenever you ask me anything about Lala, whenever you say, why does she hate me? I'm telling you, I'm working on making her like you. I'm doing my best. Why does this girl act weird with me? I'm working on her. I'm letting you know that what he's saying right now to the whole group is stuff that I've said to you. So it's very clear. Come on, let's not be stupid, you guys. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all are a total cool item. Y'all are strong as hell. Sickening. I wish I could be a part of it so I could stay in this game longer. Which is why I would lie to them playing Big Brother. Hello? I would do whatever the hell you wanted. Dude, you have the power. Why would I lie to you? That would be stupid of me to think that I have the power against the 3 strongest people in here. To think that I can protect all these girls myself when I can't hit a fucking pickleball. Please. What the hell? And I love pickles. Okay. So this right here, this show, which feels very much like the Devin show at the nomination ceremony, when y'all were up in that room together and didn't let Rome inside, right? When y'all were giggling and hee-hee and ha-ha up there as a group without half of the house, and then you had this whole plan knocked out when Devin's had his show, and all y'all went, oh, wow, you do that to Lala? Very obvious, bitch. This is not fucking, you guys are not great actors. I live in Hollywood. Like, it was very clear what was going on. Like, let's not be stupid here. Good job, good plan, good game plan, y'all. And you can say no, but listen, it's fine, it's clear, it's in the past. We handled it, I apologize, I've forgiven, y'all forgiven, you said. But here we are again with another show, with everything that's been said pulled out to try to make me look like the crazy one.
No, but
and I'm being very clear right now.
Good.
I'm being very honest. Of course I'm gonna say, if you pick me to play veto, I'll take you down. But then I'm gonna see what's best for my game, and what's best for my game maybe not would have been doing that, right? You wouldn't even give me the chance to do that. And guess what? It's not even in my hands because I lost. Because I'm not a comp threat. Because I'm not good at sports. Because I'm not hand-eye coordinated. So I'm not the biggest threat in the house.
And I'm definitely not the biggest damn threat in the house.
So that doesn't make any
hit a ball.
sense to me.
I'm still over that. I can't believe I didn't hit my ball.
Listen, I came to her, yes, so this is an Angela's. No, who did I say that to?
I don't know. Kamu just said that.
I never
Get out the icons.
I never said that to anyone.
No, I didn't hear it. I'm hearing it right now.
No,
I'm
he
asking
just,
you.
no, he was.
Did you say that to
No,
somebody?
I never said that to anyone, but what I said to Angela last night was like, look,
And I will say that I'm not making that up. That information did come back.
He said
But
somebody
Jason,
else. From who?
I'll let you go. I'll let you go on for a long
from
time.
who?
I just want to say this.
Say their names.
I just want to say
Who
this.
said, I've never said that about Angela.
I would really like to know.
Okay.
So who said that to
That's
you?
fine. It came back to me. I'm just doing
Well, it came back to you from where?
from this group.
Well, because
But say a name.
I'm not gonna throw
Can-
something.
can I-
Why you just threw me the fuck under the bus?
No, but here's why, Jason.
Tell me why, Papa.
Because last week, dude, you can't sit here and play it and act like you've been playing an honest game. You
I can now.
Hold up. You try to turn the women against the men. You try to turn the men against the women. You were trying to play directly in the middle. You and I have had conversations, and you've had conversations with multiple people about that. That's why your game blew up the way that it did last week.
And I'm not allowed to change.
I'll let you talk.
Aren't you a man of faith who's allowed to change? Can you teach me how to change? I thought I've been changing. Have I not made a change?
Jason, I let you talk. We can
Sorry,
leave our faith out of this. I'll let you speak. Let me finish. The reason why your game blew up the way that it did, and people had a hard time trusting you, the women couldn't trust you, the men couldn't trust you.
Okay.
You and I both know that. Everybody in the house knows that.
Okay.
So to think that after just a couple of days, you're going to be able to build bridges with everybody back in the house and nobody's going to be sus of you is foolish. So
Okay.
of course, hold on, let me finish. So when I'm here, when people are coming back to me and they say, hey man, Jason's talking about putting you up. After you mentioned my name at the
I never said
nomination
you up.
ceremony last week, of course I'm going to be suspicious of that.
Of course.
And then when I hear from a different group that you're going after another group, I just want to clear the air, man. That's why I brought this up. It's not a show. I'm just saying, let's get everything out in the open.
All right.
Let's talk
So who
about
told
it.
you
Right now,
this?
Hold on. Right now, it seems like you're playing in the middle all over again. It seems like you didn't learn your lesson the first time. And that's
Oh.
why it's coming back to me.
Okay.
And
Maybe
that's why it
this
seems like
is
it's
my
something-
lesson to change and be better then. Maybe this is my moment to change and be better. And maybe it's too late, 'cause it sounds like you already renowned me. So we just do the veto ceremony now, 'cause it sounds like I'm going up. That's what it sounds like.
I just want to see where you're
So
really
if we're
at.
clear in the,
I just
if
wanna see where
we're
you're really
clear
at.
in the air, why don't you just point out who's telling you this stuff? Because if it's certain
If
people,
people want to speak up, they can speak up. But I'm gonna let them do that. I'm not gonna call.
well,
anybody
you
out.
didn't let
But-
me speak up on my own terms. You
No,
put
because
my shit out
you've
there
been
for
the
me.
culprit, man. You've been the one that's been saying everything, and everything keeps coming right back to you, Jason.
Okay, fabulous.
Just like it did last week.
Fabulous.
That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. The whole house is here. Let's talk
All
about
right,
it.
let's talk. Who wants to talk?
Well, I want to say something though, because I mean, I understand. Obviously, I don't know how to play the game because I've been told I don't know how to play the game. So I don't talk, game with everybody because I thought I was just being myself, and that was my kind of game, I guess. But in reference to the, telling people this and telling people that, how do you know who's telling the truth about what? How do you know somebody's not setting something up? Because no.
Because he said, I'm gonna try to take out the competitor threats. I've only ever said that to you.
No,
I
you
only
did
ever
not.
said that to you.
No, you did
Who
not.
have I said that to?
I don't even remember you telling me that.
Until we talked about that last night. That's the only way it would have gotten back to you. That's the only time I would have ever
put
said
it
that.
on my
And
list. I did not tell
And
you
I
that.
said that I would never even do that until we got past jury. Like if we got past jury, you're gonna need help to get further. That's what I told her. That's what I told her, and I'll be honest about that. I told that to Angela last night.
First of all,
No, Barry, you saw us in the bathroom talking last night.
yes, we did have a good
And Dee
conversation.
tried to come in, and she said we're having a conversation, and you had to walk out. Remember
We
that?
had a great
That's what happened.
conversation,
It
Jason.
was great.
But I don't remember you saying that recently you said you're going to get out the icon.
I never said
I remember
recently.
until Kamu
So I
said
don't know
that.
where that came from, because that's the only time that I remember saying that.
Jason, Kamu, it's okay if you want to tell him anything. Did I tell you personally?
No,
that he said that?
it wasn't you.
I put that on my
Wait,
kid.
I put it back. I put it back. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's not okay. I'm asking you, did you do that after, just before our talk? Or when did
Do
you
what?
say that?
I
You
haven't
wanted
said.
to get out the icon.
I never said the icons. I've been trying to work with the icons. Did I not come with you back here to talk game? Did I not come to you, Dee, to talk game? Did I not come to you, Angela, to talk
You
game?
did, and I tried to help you, and I tried to give you.
And that's the only time I ever said anything about Chuck, Haley, and Kamu was like, if I make it to jury, I can help you guys get further by trying to help take them out if when the time comes down there. Which I think is a very fair.
How that comes back when
Girl, we are in week 3.
I know.
We're not even near jury though.
But you and
the Big Brother game, we got to get to jury, and it sounds like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, which is enough for jury right now, which is not including Melody, Mallory, Latrice, Lyric, Taylor, or Yash. Yo, we are not included in that 7 right there, right? 6, 7, 8, and that 8 would include the jury. We're obviously not a part of that. So am I horrible for trying to play a game where I can try to figure out how to get myself to jury for a game for so much money? This is the Big Brother game. So why am I a bad person for trying to figure out my game?
I never said you're a bad person. All I'm hearing is a bunch of different information floating around from different people.
Okay.
And I figured we could just air it out and get it all
And
done.
we just aired it out. And do you see where I'm coming from?
Again,
Those 8, everyone has very interpersonal relationships with a lot of other people in the house that you didn't just mention.
And I told him that last night. I did. I said,
That's what we were talking about last night.
We, as a collective 8, were watching what Rome and a lot of you here were doing, and we weren't a part of it. We didn't have it. We had different little things with people, and we had friendships and connections.
Right.
But we were all scrambling like, holy shit, that's 8 people or more up there. What are we gonna do? We got together and we talked about it. Everybody said,
One
yep,
night.
that's what's happening. It was the one
And it
night.
was the night
And
we
Rome
didn't let
himself
Rome, which
tried
was
to come
fucked
in
up.
when we were discussing what we were watching. That's it, no more, and I told you that last night. I told
Yeah,
you that.
100%. And the whole house
I
saw
didn't say
that.
anything else but that, and
The
that's the
whole
truth.
house saw that.
But we had to. The whole house was watching you guys go up in the weight room and hanging out
We're
together.
out.
And okay.
So we weren't allowed to have had a relationship
Of
at that
course
time.
you are. Of course you're Big Brother. I told you that.
Oh, now it's okay when it's Big Brother for you
I
guys.
formed the alliance. We didn't do that. We were a group of people that were like, holy shit, look what's happening. I told you that last night.
Understandable. And guess what? Y'all did that, and y'all got Rome out. Like, congratulations.
Well then, that was the end of that.
can I ask a question though? Because everything that y'all are talking about, if you're talking about it from this side, or you're talking about it from this side, it's the same exact thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's doing the same exact thing because we're playing Big Brother. It's a game. So when we're airing it out and you're saying this person said this and this person said that, you don't know who's lying to your face. You don't know who's telling you the truth. And it's very confusing at this point because I'm still very confused about this whole thing and how I became like the biggest threat. And I'm like, how am I the biggest threat in this house? I haven't shown that I can win anything. I haven't done anything to be a threat. All I've been trying to do is be a good person, bring happiness to people, make a meal, and I become a target. And I don't understand how that is. So if we're having this forum, can you please explain that to me? Because obviously I'm not playing the game that everybody else is playing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking me what I had said, I never said that the house said you guys were the biggest threats. I didn't. I didn't use
Our
the
names
words.
came up.
Yes, that is true, and I'll explain why. Right? People had a hard time trusting you. The women had a hard time trusting you because they thought they were getting played, along with the dudes. Right? We all know that's why your game blew up last week. That's not a secret. With you, the conversation that I had with you, he said, hey, you gotta relax a little bit because you're rubbing a lot of people the wrong way when you get upset when people go or stay awake after you. If people don't go to sleep at the same time as you get upset and irritated.
That was one time when I came out of the room
Right.
and everybody was loud and I just said, yo, y'all are rude. And then I came back and I apologized to each person who was in that room.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the cleaning up thing was concerned that you told me about in the HOH room when I said about the towels, it's just kind of like I thought I was giving a good idea of something to do. As far as the kitchen was concerned, thought I was just trying to keep the ants out of the kitchen. So I keep the kitchen clean so everybody can. And it wasn't me trying to be a mama to anybody because I'm not nobody's mama.
No, totally, but Lala, you can't shoot the messenger. All I was doing was telling you what I was hearing in order to help you out.
Kamu, I'm not. And this is why now we've got this whole forum. So if people had a problem because you said they came to you and gave you this, I'm telling the people here that if y'all had a problem, I apologize. Because I was only trying to do the best for the house. I wasn't trying to do, like, I'm not trying to boss y'all around. I'm not trying to be your mama. I've got my own kids at home. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to be the best person in the house that I can be and help in the house any way that I can help. And that's what I was doing. So if I rubbed anyone the wrong way that way, I apologize because that's not what my idea of doing that was. It's just caring about where we live. We're roommates. And I thought I was helping my roommates. So I apologize if anybody took that as me trying to be their mama because I don't want to be anybody else's mama. I have 4 babies and that's all I need.
Way to ruin tea time.
The tea has been spilled. Do the middlemen want to speak at all? So, ladies, we thought perhaps there was hope with those middlemen. I'd consider what that looks like. And if I go home this week, fabulous. I'm so excited to watch how they pick you guys off.